Yo, Crypto Nation, what's going on, guys? I'm Nemesis, and of course, I got my home doges here. We've got Jay, the Trade Master, in the house, and we've got Gundy, the Meme Lord. What's up? Man, you got one of those sensual face coverings there, man.
Oh,
Did you
man.
get that at dogelord.com? Don't delay, buy today.
I think.
Oh, snaps.
I don't know. Where is he? Did he have to work late again?
I think he had to work. You know, I think last week was like a fluke that he was off. He
Oh.
was trying to see if he could do it again today, but no, he had to go to work.
Gotcha.
And then Mikkel finally got power back yesterday, but the family was still at his family's house, his mother-in-law's house or whatever. So he's today getting them all settled back into the house, so he's not going to make it here, but he will be here tomorrow.
I couldn't imagine not having power that long.
Oh my god, yeah, since last week. They had a bad ice storm.
Hopefully they give some kind of break on this month's bill.
Yeah, right. The break is that everything was off, so there was no charge.
No charge? Come on, man. That's fucked up.
It is. But they had a freak ice storm. It was supposed to be snow the next day, but it was just ice storm. They got 3 inches of ice. Mikkel had 3 different power lines down in his neighborhood alone. His next door neighbor had a tree that came down right on the power line. So awesome times.
I'd be pulling my meter out and flipping that baby upside down and letting it run backwards.
Man, they don't have. Don't you? Do you still have a mechanical one? Yeah.
If you look at the digital ones, you look behind it. There's still a dial in there.
Yeah, but it's not the same though, and it actually communicates.
Yeah, I don't have a sweet one like that yet.
Yeah, I've got one of the new smart meters.
Smart meter? What is that?
It's the stuff that gives you cancer.
Isn't that like, everything these days, though?
Just like the electoral, like all this voter stuff, you know, the inability to count votes gonna give you cancer.
I know, right? Like the Senate and the House votes. Oh, they went through no problem. Mm-hmm.
How can American Idol count 50 million votes in a commercial break and we can't do it?
Oh, it gets even better. So I don't know if anybody's been paying attention, but Michigan just realized that they had a voting issue. So they found 6,000 votes that were earmarked Biden that were actually Trump votes.
Oh.
So Michigan, well, at least I'll give Michigan this, that they caught the error, and they themselves took it upon themselves to start doing a manual recount of 47 different counties in Michigan, and it's starting to look like Michigan's going to Trump.
Hey, and we appreciate all these pollers' efforts, you know, to keep it fair.
And then just a little icing on the top with a little cherry. 30 other, yes, I said it, 30 other states are using the same exact software.
Oh God.
So it almost looks like I think Trump won. And it might even be by a landslide, like he was saying.
I don't understand like how some states said they had X amount of people registered to vote, and then they got
the extra 120K show up to vote.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and then some areas
guys voting in different states and shit.
In some areas, people are getting in trouble for post-dating votes, allowing votes to come in after. And they had a U.S. Postal Service get caught at the border with a trunk full of Trump votes.
Oh man, that's the news they don't tell you on CNN though.
I win.
That's not on TV. You don't read about that on TV.
Oh no! It's like, to me, at the end of the day, Biden, Trump, Crook A, Crook B, it's the same House and Senate. Nothing is changing with the changing of the president. It's the same people behind them. That you're just gonna have, if it goes one way or the other, you're gonna have that one particular party sitting there pushing their agendas a little harder because they think they have something to stand on. But if it's a mostly Republican or a mostly Democratic House and Senate, you're going to see those style of bills getting pushed. The president is a puppet.
Yesterday. Said that yesterday in my video. You know, if the Democrats get control of all three branches of government, and with their spending and the shit that they got planned,
they're spending. God,
the dollar's gonna get so weak, even weaker than what it is.
Just an electronic ledger, man. Stop having a cap.
It's like yes, I understand that business guys do everything in their power not to pay taxes because they have enough money to not have to pay taxes because they're gonna hire a tax person. They're going to give them $50,000 to have that person save them $150,000. So a $50,000
more like millions of dollars.
I'm just giving easy numbers for me to just spurt off, you know.
Oh yeah.
But it's like, yeah. So we're looking at the possibility that Trump's actually in, which is going to be really interesting. But in either case, it's like everybody was thinking that the stock market was going to drop on Biden. And the Fed announced that they were going to continue their policy, which means it has nothing to do with the government. So on the news of Jerome Powell, the markets start pumping. At the same time, the dollar starts crashing.
Yeah, but I had quite a few stocks do okay. I mean, you know, the pot stocks really.
Oh my God, pot stocks will be doing good because of all the legalization that's going on across the country, because all these Democratic areas are thinking that they can sit there and take the money from the drug dealers and put it into their budget, and it's not working. Illinois is still broke.
Tasty.
And Illinois made $1 million in tax revenue in the first month of legalization, and we're still broke.
Oh yeah, man. The taxes alone, like you guys got bent over real bad up in Chicago and all the remaining areas up there. It's bad.
Oh yeah. I talked to a few Republicans. They were like, "Yeah, I voted against the legalization of pot," and I was like, "Okay."
Because you never see the money.
No. What I went to me and the wife went on vacation with our local radio station, and one of the guys was on. It was in one of the towns not too far away from me, and you know, being one of the political figures there, he voted against the legalization in his town. So I was like, "Why?" He's like, "It was the taxes. It's the issue." And I'm like, "Okay, elaborate." So he's like, "So instead of trying to put drug dealers out of business," and he's like, "That's what I was figuring the legalization was all about, was that you're trying to kill off the black market," which that aspect I am 100% for. But when all the other people in their local government started looking around at all the other towns going, "What are you going to tax it? What are you going to tax it? What are you going to tax it?" And they went 1% higher than all the everybody else in the rest of the area. He's like, at the end of the day, they did nothing to encourage people not to go back to the black market. If the black market's cheaper. Right.
Yeah, man.
So they did nothing. And I was like, you know, that actually makes more sense than, "Oh, it's drugs. It's bad. Oh, bad. It didn't come from a doctor."
It's so bad. I don't like it.
Oh, yeah.
I need an adult.
And then if Jay, if you're like, you know, really savvy on the stocks, you should have. What about the 5 companies that are into psilocybin mushrooms?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I didn't hear nothing about that.
They legalized in Oregon.
Oh, among wasn't
Michigan is, I believe, next.
Wasn't meth legalized up there?
Yes, they
decriminalized all drugs.
That's horrible,
yeah,
man.
They decriminalized all of it, everything. You want to be a PCP junkie? Oregon.
Yeah. How many meth explosions do you think you're gonna see in Oregon next year? People are gonna
You
be
should
like
still
making
get in
this
trouble
shit in their
for setting labs
bathrooms
and
and
shit up, man. That's just ridiculous.
You're still gonna get in trouble for it,
What's
but
cooking
if
in your
you're,
neighborhood?
they're not gonna go after the end user.
Well, we shouldn't be putting those people in jail. We should be trying to get them help. Just putting them in jail.
You can't help them. Are you kidding me? They gotta want to walk away from it.
True. You gotta hit your bottom. You gotta hit your bottom.
Bottom's different for everybody.
Right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So I mean, but they have like legalized mushrooms though, and they're talking about doing the same thing in Michigan, legalizing mushrooms. So the companies that have been researching on it, what they've found is like certain kinds of seizures it's beneficial to have microdosings of mushrooms. It's actually one of the it's not like a cure, but if you're having 10 seizures a day and you take a microdose
look up microdosing, man. It's big in the tech world too.
Oh yeah. You microdose a little bit and all of a sudden you go from 10 a day to maybe 1 a month.
That's crazy. I didn't know they were doing that with mushrooms.
Yep.
You take enough just to like,
You're not trying to get all goofed up.
Yeah, it's more like activates part of your brain you don't normally use. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, they're not telling you to roll out 4 grams of it. No, they're talking like maybe a tenth
don't eat
of
10 strip and go to work.
Right, they're talking maybe a tenth of a gram of mushrooms or something like that. So I mean, you're going to see those companies, their stocks are about to pop off if they haven't already.
Yeah,
I believe there's 5 companies that have been researching it.
Huh. Sister of a bitch. I need to get on that. I hold a lot of Hexo, is what the ticker is. It's a pretty cheap stock right now. It's going up, so we'll see.
Yep.
Diamond in the rough.
Up and away.
Oh yeah. And God, Bitcoin, Jay, what's going on? What's going on?
Man, it's the dang old elections and all that kind of stuff going on.
Volatility everywhere.
Yes.
Holy cow!
Awesome trading right now, but if you don't know what you're doing, super risky.
Yeah. if you don't like 20-30%
we're at
swings.
$15,588 right now.
That's where I was kind of looking last night. I said last night I was looking for the bounce rate there, so hopefully we hold above 15.5.
And I've been trolling a lot of Hex people on crypto Twitter, and if there's any Hex lovers out there, you are below a penny. I told people to take profits at above a penny, but it's not financial advice. But it's just dropped.
Now Ethereum's pumping not because of Bitcoin, I don't think, because of
the 2.0 news. Yep, the 2.0 news.
Vitalik depositing all that. What was it, like 3,200 Ethereum into whatever it is he's doing for staking purposes?
Yeah, the staking went live for testing.
So what, you got to have like 32 ETH to run a node,
yeah,
right?
32 ETH to run a node.
Yes,
it is a separate chain from regular mineable ETH. So there's going to be two different ETHs. If you take mineable ETH and you convert it into ETH 2.0, you cannot bring it back to ETH. It's a one-way trip.
So can you build on ETH 2.0?
You will be able to. It's still going to be written in the same Python language. It's just they've added a new functionality to it.
You think it'll phase the original ETH out after a while?
I don't think so. And it's just because, I mean, we all know that Vitalik Buterin does not believe in mining. He thinks it's an economical waste. But he also knows it's the best way to have security. So if he leaves the old chain, it's going to be mineable and non-mineable. But if he at some point in time, he's talking about merging the two. I believe you're going to have a hybrid staking system where they're going to encourage you to stake, but you're going to be able to mine it because I don't think he was able to solve the throughput. So I think that they're probably going to lighten up the load on the GPUs and have most of the info on a staking wallet.
Is it pretty profitable right now to mine Ethereum?
Yeah.
It's like right around the top one, right?
Yeah, it's up there. It's up there.
Huh. That's crazy. What about Yearn? Man, short squeeze from hell, huh? You see that?
Oh God, yeah. I told people this was a game of hot potato.
Mm-hmm.
I was not kidding when I said it.
That's why I don't screw with it.
The guy holding the bag at the end is the loser.
Right, exactly. It was like whenever, what was the other one? As soon as I saw all this new DeFi, the first thing I thought of was Compound.
I do hold a little bit of that.
It looked just like Compound because basically Compound was encouraging you to hold their token and then take a loan out against that, to hold more of their token, to help take out another loan, and it was just going back and forth, and you're just building up liquidity through the amount of loans you can take out. Problem was that eventually the first loan needs to be paid, and that's when Compound collapsed, when everybody had to pay their first loan, and they're like, I don't have it.
Oh no. You want some money? I don't have any.
And with the whole DeFi stuff is like people are staking this stuff into a 400% return pool staking, and they were staking that to get another coin so they could stake it over in this place to get this other coin so they could stake it over here, get some hot dog, get some lettuce, get some cheese, whatever. I mean, good God, it was like they were just sitting there trying to bounce the liquidity all around, thinking that they were making money, and it's like you don't make. And I could be wrong here, but you don't make money.
Making money.
You don't make money until you take it out.
Compound Connect,
right? And all these rug pools. And it's really kind of funny because what was it? You had this. What was it? The Sun token that from Justin Sun that was part of the whole and that was a rug pool. They sat there, people got liquidated because they didn't look at the code, and the code had a back door in it that the devs could just take all funds out of everybody's wallet.
That's sick.
Wow.
And people were duplicating that code.
Oh, other people?
They weren't doing it on the Tron network like Justin Sun's version of the DeFi coin. But there was other projects that there was baked into the backside of it that you could sit there and devs could take all your funds at any time. Just walk away.
It sucks for people just coming into crypto. They look at Justin Sun and they actually think that what he's doing and what he creates will be worth something, and it's not. He's only doing it for the short-term gain for himself.
Yeah, man. What would you do with $100 million? I'd fucking retire.
Right, you even had Justin Sun get all drunk at a party one day. He's like, "It's a shit coin."
I'll admit, I got burned on Tron way back when mainnet came out. I had bought a shit ton of it. That's when Bitcoin really took a crap. But I got screwed on the Tron.
Yeah, the only one that I got tripped up in, and this was me not knowing better, knowing that. A lot of innovation comes out of China. A lot of tech comes out of China. I got in on the Neo hype.
Yeah, so did I. I bought in the middle.
I've got.
And they were calling Neo Chinese Bitcoin for forever.
Yep, and I've got 20 of those shit coins.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Wait,
don't even.
Are you earning gas at least?
Yeah, I earn gas because I have it in the Neo wallet. But yeah, it's. The last time I opened up my Neo wallet, I had a few other coins. I'm like, oh god, they're still airdropping shit.
Yeah, I know, right? You find an old wallet, you're like, you're kind of scared to open it. You're like, what's in this thing?
Right, dude.
It's got the Rona times 5 million in there. You're like, oh, I don't want all this. I didn't sign up for this.
Vitalik licked my Buterins like, Neo loss is here too. I blame myself and Chico Crypto. Well, if you were been watching Chico Crypto, he got burned, and he's been talking mad shit about Neo since.
That's all he does, man. That's his whole thing he acts like he exposes everybody. And
I think somebody's feeding him info. There's somebody in the market that...
Yeah, the guy that always talking behind the microphone is never the guy who's supplying the data,
Yeah.
Right.
Because there's too many times where he's sniffed up onto something a week before it broke out, and it's like, how did you over a lot of the other people who try, like for instance, that Martini guy. I don't know if you guys ever heard of him, but he's one that loves to expose garbage.
Oh, I know.
And it's like, how is Chico Crypto getting it over the Martini guy?
Them two feud pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Because they don't see eye to eye on everything.
I like that Martini guy. He really does his research.
He's had to chill out a little bit because he's gotten death threats.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
I haven't watched him in a long time.
He like hits the nail right on the head, dude. Oh, my God. It's bad.
Well, since I've started with you guys and like doing my own analysis and stuff, I really don't watch very many people at all. I watched Crypto Love last night. I did watch him.
Oh, he's painful to watch now.
He does like.
He was one of the very first I started watching.
He was too. I mean, I came across him early on too, and I was like, now listening to him, it's like he's just a major shiller. It's like, oh my God, you're not even giving news. I almost got burned on his what was it? IOTA.
IOTA Boda.
Like, I bought a whole bunch of it. I watched it pump. I sold. And then the next day it tanked, and he never spoke about it again.
Yeah.
Makes you think.
That's like
Makes you think.
That's like Doge's TikTok run.
So I think I took some of his gains away from him.
Score.
It's like I know how to hit the pump and dumps. I know what I know what I'm doing. I've seen classic.
I've been
pump
wrecked
and dumps.
before. I know what this looks like.
Right? It's like
not as bad as it was back in 2017 and 18, where
this was 18.
One big influencer say one thing about whatever crypto, and then all of a sudden that
like
thing is pumping like crazy.
Oh yeah, and that's and I played into it. I kind of got. I'm like, oh yeah. Let me get this. And then I watched the way it pumped, and I'm like, this is bad sell.
Yep, that's why I learned, man. I just stay away from the shit coins. I focus on one thing. You only need one thing in this space if you know how to trade it and to make you enough money that you ain't got to worry about all the other shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, it's like, and I kind of look at crypto as being cash. It's just another form of cash, and if I can sit there, I lose a little bit by using it as cash. I get it. A lot of people are like, "You're crazy. Nobody does that." And I'm like, I have a whole mining room that says I do this on a regular basis. I don't know what you're talking about here, but I mean, somebody has to be the pizza guy. So I look at crypto as a tool. It's money at the end of the day. So whichever tool facilitates my needs, whatever I'm trying to do, or helps me be more efficient at what I'm doing, c'est la vie.
Right.
I'd rather give it to a tech guy that is building versus giving it to my bank or giving it to PayPal.
Right.
And if I've got to pay 25 cents in order to do so, well spent. PayPal charges more.
Yeah, I didn't even notice what their fee was. I think my first buy I got for free. I didn't have to pay no fee, but I haven't done anything since, so I don't know.
Right.
I have no idea what the fees are looking like.
I'm not even going to touch PayPal for their crypto stuff.
I just bought a little bit just to see what it was like.
Right. I thought about it. I thought about it, and I'm like, not until you're able to move it off their platform.
PayPal's garbage anyways, all the way around. People always say, oh, pay with PayPal and you can get protection on your purchase. That's bullshit, because I've done that twice here in the last couple months. And these little fucks over in China got this scam going on where you order something and then within 5 minutes you get an email with a tracking number. That tracking number, you look it up and it says it's already been delivered. You call PayPal and say, hey, they just ripped me off. They're like, oh, well, the tracking says it's been delivered. So you're telling me that you believe that what I bought in China made it through customs and all the way to my fucking doorstep 5 minutes? You really think that happened? You're really not going to do anything? Twice I've been burned like that.
Wow.
In the last couple months.
See, I've never...
Stay frosty, my friends.
Right? Yeah, be careful. Be careful. There's scammers everywhere. It's like I thought I was getting ripped off on, because like I sometimes I go to AliExpress and I'll buy stuff on there, and I haven't, knock on wood, had an issue yet. But I had the set of fans that I just got. Like, I got a tracking number, and the whole time the tracking number was bunk the whole time. And then the fan showed up.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's weird. I mean, it was the right amount of time, so I mean, they just, like, for whatever reason, they couldn't tell
3
me.
weeks or whatever it is.
Yeah, it was like 3.5 weeks.
Yeah.
And I got it at my doorstep, and I'm like, all right, I didn't get ripped off. Yes. It's like, if they're gonna rip me off on a $20 worth of fans, more power to them.
I know, yeah, right. Shame on me then.
Right, exactly. Oh, we got Peter Stone into his house.
Yo, Peter Stone.
We got the Yashnik in the crowd.
Yashnik.
Got Zebra. We got Shink Diesel. What's going on? We got Nefarious, Max Voltage. We got our normal crowd, Crypto Mining Lifer. Yo. Just kind of going through, and then I saw, yep, Serpent.
Oh.
What's up?
Throwing up the FAs.
Right.
Where's our resident FA'er?
Oh man, I've got a cool little button for the FA now.
Yeah?
Yeah. Should I press the button?
Yeah,
let's do it.
Oh, we gotta press it.
Press it. Oh, nice.
Because DCA is rated F for fucking awesome. Brought to you by DogeLore.com. Don't delay, buy today. You can get awesome hats like this, the official sponsor of DCA Adventure. Yo.
Yeah, you can get gators like this too.
Oh, so sensual.
Oh, it feels so good. You know, snowboarding season's coming up. You're gonna want to get some of these.
Oh no, man! It's snowmobiling season.
Oh,
I go a little faster.
Yeah. I like to fling myself down a mountain though.
I do too. I've got myself my little short board.
At 60 miles an hour, I think I'd shit my pants down a mountain.
I do that on a longer board. My board's a little on the shorter side, so it's easier to maneuver and stuff like that. It's like a extra long skateboard.
Oh no, I mean like if you rode a snowmobile down a mountain.
Oh, that'd be scary.
I've done it. we don't have like a big mountain, so it's not like, oh my god, it's a mountain. No.
Like a big hill.
Yeah, it's like
It used to be like a trash site or something.
Yeah, exactly. It's an old garbage site that they turned into a snowboarding. But the one side is like from top to bottom is 300 feet.
Nice.
Yeah, cracked my sled, wide open throttle going down there. And then had their security chase me off property.
Come and get me, bitches. They're on skis, like trying to come.
Oh no, they come after you on snowmobile too.
Oh.
But mine's a little faster than that.
Yeah.
And they don't count on that. I got my.
You also ride on the concrete too, you know.
Oh yeah, I'm not afraid to ride it on the concrete.
There you go.
It's like plastic skis and all. It's like my sled probably weighs, with me on the sled, probably about 475 pounds. I've got a 600cc sled that's got about 150, somewhere right around there. I haven't dynoed it, so I don't know.
The frame aluminum?
Mostly.
Mostly?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I've gotten rid of anything that doesn't need to be on there.
Yeah.
But it's such an old sled that they weren't beefy. Like the newer sleds are like 900 pound sleds.
They got like turbochargers and shit on them.
And then they look at me going, "How did you just keep up with me?" And then I pop my hood and they're like, "You have a smaller motor than me. How the hell did you keep up with me?" Because I had a guy that he's got a 1000cc sled, from a start,
Yeah,
he
it's like
gets
700 pounds.
Oh yeah, from a start, he got out in front of me about 20 feet, then I held. I'm like, okay, let's do this from 30 miles an hour, and see if you can take me at 30 miles an hour. Now he has 1,000 cc's. I got 600. Okay, I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh yeah, I dusted him when we did a rolling start. No, it was more like from a rolling start, he couldn't get out in front of me. And he's like, dude, that sled is no joke.
Yeah, nice.
And then I'm the crazy bastard that will just get the sled all sideways, take a turn at full throttle. Well, what?
Yeah, that's right.
I just get it. I'm fearless.
Ride it like a wave runner.
Oh yeah, you just put all the weight to one side. And just
Yeah.
I do it too. I stand on one running board, take a turn. It's insane.
See, I'd fuck up and run myself over.
Or flip it over and have it land on you.
Hey, we got Panda. Red Panda.
Panda. Oh, jeez.
Panda. What's up? Hey, Panda, you got snow up there yet?
Yeah,
If
where's
you do,
the panda snow?
I need you to send some of that Panda snow down here, and otherwise I'm gonna have to take a road trip with my snowmobiles. He's like, yes, there's snow. Oh, snow incoming. Yes.
Do it.
It's like, Yajnik, you should have some snow out there too. Mm.
Yeah, right? It's Canadian, eh?
Dude, snowmobiles are sick. Yeah. Now, my snowmobile won't put the front end down unless I get off the throttle.
That's right.
Otherwise, it just does a wheelie the whole time.
Oh, man, you don't want to get off the throttle in the snow. It's bad news.
Zeeper, it's like, it's 77 there with a lot of rain incoming. Damn.
Oh, man, I want to be worth 77 right now.
Oh, God, Yajnik's like, ban Red Panda mining because he's talking about snow going, it's incoming.
It was in the 70s where I'm at today.
Was it?
Yep.
Yeah, it was
60 something.
It was like 60. It was like 60s, 70s today.
Supposed to get up to 75 this weekend, I believe.
Panda's like, no snow yet, not yet, soon.
I gotta go hit the links tomorrow.
We had snow last weekend. It was pretty nice.
Red Panda with his weird Celsius.
Yeah, I mean, what even is that? It's like centimeter. What's a centimeter? How many centimeters tall are you?
Right.
6 million.
It's like, hold on, I've got to like.
What are you doing? You got the calculator out?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. 41 degrees. About.
Yo.
And
That was awesome.
Nefarious is like, it's 64 degrees now. That's all the way out in that Chi-town. Mac and
right.
cheese, chilling with my homies.
Cheese. At least you ain't Southside, yeah. No Southside Chicago for you, man. Come on.
Oh no Southside. No Southside. It's like being on the West Side. Nobody does that around here. Uh-oh.
It's not a soundbite.
Oh.
It's
hold
me.
on.
It's me.
I think you have to do that announcement.
Oh, he needs to really bad.
DCA Adventure is rated F for fucking awesome.
That's perfect because I hit the button before you got in, so they saw that, and then you come on.
It was perfect. Well timed.
Well
It was
timed.
planned that way, folks, just for you.
We've been waiting for you, Chris.
Hey, I got here, fairly early compared to most normal, traffic jam days.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, people are going back to work, man. They're like, fuck this Rona.
Don't worry, they're gonna shut down California soon here anyway. They shut down Illinois already.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
It's horrible, man. Horrible.
California wants to be the next third world country.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, we
thanks.
cannot.
You already like
afford to
that.
have
I
the
mean, you
customer.
already got hobos pinching a corner of a building for toilet paper. Come on.
Ouch.
Not like this.
That's what I would think too. That's kind of rough.
Especially with brick.
Uh-oh.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, it was.
Hello, Carolyn. Thank you for joining us in the chat.
She heard her name because you logged on.
No. She saw me and she jumped on. She said, "I thought I just might tell you all. I'm starting my own store. It isn't official yet, but I already have 2 designs. My first and one for a friend."
Nice.
She's
Is she
taking
gonna do
after her
kid stuff?
daddy. Winning.
I'll give
Is
you
it
a
gonna be,
thumbs
like,
up for
kid
that.
stuff?
Yeah, she's designing her own merchandise. Like she designed a sweatshirt for her
That's
birthday,
awesome.
and it gave her the bug, and she designed a backpack, and
Oh, snaps.
now she's doing something for a friend.
You tell her to get it up and running, and I will buy each one of my kids something for Christmas from her store.
Yo, you heard it
Ooh.
here. Damn.
Damn.
They begged me to do that video the other night, and now they're on it.
They love it, huh?
Oh, they love it.
I love it.
My little 4-year-old walking around.
Gundy shirt. your 4-year-old loves it.
Yeah, he's been walking around all day. Hi, my name's Carson. This is my channel. Please subscribe.
Get him started young.
Right.
I don't know. YouTube's ruined them. Their attention spans are like 3 seconds long.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
I
Right?
thought the algorithm
Chicken and
was 10
macaroni's
minutes.
like, oh wow, I might just do that.
Yeah, Carolyn said she just might do that store thing so you can, have
That'd
something
be
for your
awesome.
kids. Grits, he says, "Hey Chris, any winter thermal lined gators coming?" No, not at this moment. I haven't found any winter lined thermals for gators.
I will tell anybody this. So I use a material that's just like our gators, and I use it for snowmobiling.
Yeah,
I'll
man.
I'll
Once
tell you
start
one thing,
sweating-
They're
though.
warm.
Yeah, you don't want
If-
anything more heavier
Okay,
than that when you're
You don't know
snowboarding.
warm until you try and wear the all over print fleece hoodie.
Oh, now
Right
you're
now,
talking,
the
man.
only one on my store is currently the Stay Calm and Keep 6 Feet Away. That thing, I got the sample order of it, and oh my god, I put it on for like 3
Yeah.
seconds, and I was just like burning up. I'm like, oh my god!
Nice.
You can get
Who
those
needs a
type of
fucking
stuff at
jacket with this thing?
dogelord.com. Don't delay, buy today.
You gotta love
It's in the
hoodies that work
COVID-19
like winter
section.
jackets.
Demonetized.
COVID collection, the quarantine collection.
Right, the quarantine collection. Everything else gets us ban-hammered. It's bad enough whenever I create the next stream that it doesn't show up in our YouTube.
Oh yeah.
I believe we are getting shadow banned just a little bit here. Yeah, because like I've been kind of paying attention to that. Like our stream doesn't like really show up on our YouTube page. Like if you were just a random subscriber and you're like, hey, does he have any new videos? You won't see it until when we go live. Then it finally shows up. So there's nobody getting early notifications on this.
Yep. And that's one of the
That's been
reasons why
happening
I'm
for
like,
like a month.
whenever you guys start late, like if I'm not on the show, you always start late.
It's my trademark. I say it too. And I'm like, we're just gonna make the YouTubes like, wait, man, this is like exclusive content for Patreon. I mean, not Patreon, for the podcast. So, yeah.
That's right. They get the juice, man.
You see, all you YouTubers, you get to see our sensual faces. All the podcast people, they need a little something. We're trying to get them to come all over here so they can be active with us while we're live streaming.
Yeah,
Grits is like, who went live today? Only a 3-second video. Well,
yeah.
That would be Brian.
I accident on my stream deck, like I was testing out the new cool intros that Chris had, and I had it on Mining After Dark side of it, which guys, will be on tomorrow with Mikkel. Mikkel will be here tomorrow. He has verified. But on there, I don't have a record button in that section of my Stream Deck. But I do have it in DCA side of the Stream Deck. So I pressed record and then flipped over into Mining After Dark. And I just instinctively, oh yeah, turn this off. Oh crap, it's live. Wrong page. Back up, go over here, turn it off. Good to go.
I was like, who just went live?
Yeah, how'd you guys how many of you have actually seen the Instagram today? Because that was actually featured in our opening during today's live stream, which I actually had to rewind because, you know, YouTube's sucking. You don't get to actually see the intro. You have to refresh, and all of a sudden you're already talking.
Yeah, I just got the Instagram notification, like just now.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Yep, Facebook is censoring all crypto. YouTube censors crypto.
Everybody censors crypto.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So, somebody wants to say hello.
Oh, we have the announcement.
Do it.
The announcement.
Thought I might just go bet fancy, just cause. Like, why not? Don't forget, buy Bitcoin, buy the cost, and hodl it. I would say this, but I think it's my dad's phrase. Nice doing business with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo.
That was awesome.
Too funny.
I told her,
was
what
awesome.
are you doing with the suit on? And she's like, trust me.
She's hamming it over there. Hamming it
Yeah,
up.
she's hamming it up. She's like she's absolutely getting involved as best as she can. She loves it.
Yeah.
But so Doge Lord has been doing a lot of work behind the scenes. Shout out to my boy Johnny, my developer. Dude is kicking so much fucking ass for Doge Lord, so shout out to you, buddy. Appreciate you. And there's some developments coming. I can't share with you guys just yet.
So when are we going to start seeing video documentation on this?
So much documentation.
Oh.
Yes, there's documentation everywhere.
Yes.
So when's DogeLord.com going to start dropping videos?
Ooh. Actually, there's one that's unlisted.
No.
There's an unlisted video on DogeLord.com. Not DogeLord.com, DogeLord YouTube channel.
Ooh.
So that will be revealed much later, like once things get lined up for you guys, for everybody,
Snaps.
for DogeLord. I'll go ahead and do the reveal of how things happened.
It's like you need to start doing some documentation on like your designs and stuff.
Dude, actually, okay. If I shouldn't say if, when I got the pattern down, I got the routine down, I got everything that's coming. Like, dude, I'm adrenaline right now. Okay, when I get things lined up and documented or whatnot, and I can replicate the process, I'll teach you guys how to do it too.
Ooh, heard it here first, guys. Yo.
Because let's face it, there's like over 4,000 fucking coins. There's no way in hell Doge Lord is going to be able to friggin' do that many coins. All right?
You can, and you will.
There's plenty for other
there will be a
entrepreneurs
service
to jump
one day.
onto.
Don't worry. Somebody will make a service to do all coins.
But remember, the only important one to DogeLord.com is Dogecoin, of course.
That's right.
Dogecoin,
Only
Bitcoin.
Doge.
I'll accept anything that coinpayments.net will let me.
But he loves Dogecoin.
So many Doges. So little time.
I need to switch over to the live chat because I currently have top chat. I'm missing out.
Top chat.
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
Sister of a bitch.
top, Chad.
Who does that? I'm just kidding.
But yeah, guys, like for like the past 3 weeks, I have been grinding my ass off. So you guys know I'm working 16-hour shifts, and I, instead of going to bed as soon as I got home, I'd jump on the computer and. Okay. She said I can't say the word. Okay, Carolyn, you're done watching the show. Bye. I don't need her telling business in the chat.
Yeah, don't be doing this stuff. Yeah.
Right, you're giving away all the secrets.
Love you, sweetheart. Bye.
I'm about to silence her for 30 seconds.
All right, she's not a wrench.
Chat ban.
Oh, man. What was I talking about before I had to check and make sure things were
16-hour work days, grinding.
Okay. So 16-hour work days, grinding. Instead of going to bed as soon as I got home so I could actually get some decent sleep, I'd work like another hour and a half trying to make sure that I got this shit lined up and presented well. And when that unlisted video goes live, you'll see what I was working on.
Oh, snap.
So.
I feel left out. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, geez. Well, you must not be the
Unreal.
super secret special person chat group.
Sounds to me like you should be in the team general chat more often.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Calling you out, Jay.
Hey, I check it every time there's a post in there.
You just tell him your eyes are too busy on the charts. Leave you alone.
Right. He's blinded by
appreciate what you do, Jay.
He's blinded by the sparks of weld, and he can only see red and green candles now.
Why do you think DCA colors are the way they are? So Jay can see them.
I welded all that galvanized today, and it does got me feeling awful. My chest hurts. My nose won't quit running.
Rona.
It's
You're in a new environment, Rona.
That's right, Vital licked my butyrate. Sit down, strap in, and then join in the ride.
Tell me you need the respirator, yo.
That's what I was just telling him. I'm like,
hazardous work environment.
You should be welding with anytime you're dealing with galvanized or any
Big
kind of
old,
treated, anything treated. You should be automatically.
Right, but you know, sometimes my first day I didn't want to be a bitch, so I welded it.
And it's like, and I've even like even when I'm like MIG welding, man, it's like I'm sitting there like.
Well, on the first day, you don't want to be the guy that says, "Is this OSHA compliant?"
No, you don't go, "Is this OSHA compliant?" You go, "I'm not trying to get Alzheimer's or brain cancer from breathing that."
Yeah,
true.
Think of it this way.
Yeah, but that's not going to kill you in like 20 years, okay? You don't have to worry about it right now.
Peter's
that's
like I hate aluminum welding. Well, that's good.
It's like welding without goggles on. You won't go blind just yet.
Oh,
that's the thing. I'm
bro.
very fluent with aluminum, and today I did galvanized steel and mild steel. Haven't done any kind of steel welding in years.
You gotta be hotter for that, right?
Yeah, it depends, I guess, on how thick it is.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how it is with the welding industry, but like mechanic industry, one of the number one things at the end of a mechanic's life is Alzheimer's. And a lot of people aren't blaming it so much. It's like partial from welding up exhausts, and then the other half of it.
Oil in your skin?
No, the other half of it is grinding on aluminum wheels, aluminum oxide, breathing it
brake
right
pads,
in.
Man. Brake pads. They used to have asbestos in them. You
have to go way back. There's no way that you in your lifetime, Gundy, even me, has ever seen.
How many oil
asbestos
changes
brakes.
do you think you've done and gotten oil on your skin?
How many classic cars in the junkyard have you gone through?
Lots.
Oh, lots.
I have a classic car in the driveway.
The odds of actually, I mean, you're talking a needle in a haystack trying to find a car with the original, like an old.
You say that until you actually get pricked by the needle.
Dude, I get my tetanus every 5 years just because I work on rusted metal shit.
You can get welder's fever is what they call it when you're welding with galvanized. You inhale or breathe in any of that. I mean, just a little bit can do it to you right now. It can make you very sick, like instantly.
Like the way you are right now.
Well, I mean, I'm not puking or anything, and I'm not
But you're
shaking. I
sick.
just have a headache and my chest fucking hurts.
Yeah,
But
yeah, that's the toxin buildup.
It sucks.
what matters is I got the job done, and the shit is never coming off there again.
And he looked good
That's
doing
right.
it, wearing that.
American
Gotta
man.
Get those good beads going.
My boy rocks the gator to school every day.
Which one?
Nice.
The
The
one that with your
variant
name on it,
8
or the
Yeah.
bull and the bear?
The one with my name on it.
Nice.
Everybody asks him, what the hell is that? What does that mean? And then he has to go through the whole thing and explain crypto and Bitcoin and our group.
Yeah, that's awesome.
They're getting it. They're getting it.
That's like my son when he wears his graffiti hoodie. Everybody loves that thing. Speaking of the hoodie, another development for DogeLord.com.
Hoodie.
One of my coworkers is a photographer, and I just gave him every piece of merch that I have ordered from DogeLord. There's no DogeLord merch at my house right now.
What?
Dang.
Yeah.
You can get Doge Lord merch just like this. Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh, I like the one on the left.
So sensual.
Touch it right on the B.
Ooh.
Yeah, right. The bees.
Ooh, not the bee.
The bees.
Not the bee.
Awesome
I need to pick a
gators.
different sound. That one's crazy.
I'm refreshing because I haven't seen a deadgum chat move in like 3 minutes, 5 minutes.
Peter's like sexy stuff. Cryptid Youth, yo, what's up?
How's it going, Cryptid?
Yo.
And I do wear these to all those Karen stores.
Yeah.
Karen store. Can you please put your mask on, sir?
Please.
You need to get the go fuck yourself Karen mask.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Available on DogeLord.com under
I've-
COVID collection.
Right. I will eventually get it. I've just been so busy with snowmobiles and getting all that stuff ready. The wife's sled is good to go, and mine's not finished yet, so I can't be blamed on working on mine first.
Here's a That's
And I
nice.
made sure she had a electric start on there.
Do you guys live
Wow.
anywhere where you can go out to like camping and stuff? Take the snowmobiles?
Everything in Illinois is shut down.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Fucking
Snowmobiles
gay,
are the only method of transportation right now.
No, not
Roads
yet.
are closed. No, not yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
You're getting prepared for those days. Winter's
Yes.
coming.
Yes, pretty much. But yeah, it's like there's like nowhere. All the bars and restaurants got shut down right before Halloween, the day before. So the bars couldn't make the last little bit of money before they got shut down.
That's because they don't want them to make money.
But you want to know what's funny? All the gambling
everything.
machines are still open, but they can't serve you alcohol and they can't serve you food. But you can call them up, order food, go out to your vehicle, eat it, and then come back in and continue gambling. Because
What?
gambling, they know that if you're gambling, the state still makes money, and for some reason, COVID leaves you alone once you're gambling.
Oh yeah, taxes protects you.
Yeah.
It's like as
That's,
soon as
that's
you
the
hit
new
the booth
immunization
with your-
right there. Is taxes.
Right.
You only get the COVID from when you walk into the door and get to your seat.
Oh yeah, and then you got a bubble
Yeah.
around your table.
Yeah, once you sit
Yeah,
down and
that's right.
COVID's trying to get you, it's too late. COVID can't reach you once you sit down and eat.
Right.
Yeah.
But right now, they in Illinois, they're like, COVID found the way. So we have to have you not do that for 2 weeks. Because COVID also has time. It knows time. It carries a 6-foot measuring tape around. Be like, I can't jump over there.
Not like this.
Hey, predictions.
Peter Stone's
Trump
like
presidency versus Biden presidency. Which one
Don't do it.
would quarantine
Don't do
end quicker in?
Both.
It doesn't matter. The
Nope.
president doesn't make that decision.
I know that, but
Go talk to
obviously,
Dr. Fauci. He
look,
knows
look.
best.
If 1.5 million people died of tuberculosis last year, and it's highly contagious, way more contagious than COVID, why didn't we have masks back then? Anyway,
Because it wasn't about
this
our
whole
health. though.
daggum thing is basically to prevent
Isn't it-
people from going to the polls.
It was never about our health.
No, it wasn't.
Oh no.
It wasn't. It was
And-
about making the presidency look bad.
And did you hear about the new thing in Michigan, Chris?
Did you talk about it earlier in the stream?
Yeah, a little earlier. So basically, it's Michigan.
Go into the basement.
Michigan found out that the voting software, the counter software, is inaccurate, and that Michigan might turn back to being Trump. And then Michigan officially stated they were like, 30 other states are using the identical software.
Mm-hmm.
So 30 states might actually be Trump states.
Well, it's no different than the dadgum freaking voting machines by Soros.
Did you see
They
that
programmed them
QAnon
to-
stuff, man?
Count wrong.
Yep, that's what
They're
they think.
talking about having watermarks and stuff on ballots. I'm like, no way.
We need to do it on the blockchain and be done with it.
That's
Yeah,
what they said
somebody
they
was.
did.
Yeah,
And butts about
some
There's a
people were.
QAnon theory that they already put the ballots on the blockchain. They say they know where they all are and they know how many have been used and how many have not. I don't
There
know
was
about that.
a
but we'll see.
website resource my buddy at work told me about, like Ballot Checker or something like that. I'm looking for it right now, but it's basically you can actually plug in your information and find out if your vote was counted or not.
Just counted. That's it, though. Because
Max Voltage, Michigan did officially state that the other states that were using the same software should have to do a manual recount at this point.
Yeah, if they're doing it, everybody else should.
Michigan
that
is
system.
doing it in 49 different counties. They've only officially stated that they found 6,000 votes so far.
I mean, in these swing states, man, 6,000 votes is a lot.
Yeah. Which actually put it's like if it goes the way that they think, it's gonna flip a few states back into Trump control. At the end of the day, I don't care. It doesn't matter. People get hung up on the puppet in the Oval Office when it's the same House and Senate. You still have Nancy Pelosi, Hillary Clinton.
Yep, they're all in there.
You have just too many people that are basically socialists. They think that democratic socialism will work, where the Republicans, they're going, we just want to operate in the most profitable market we can create.
That's right.
We want to make money.
Monies.
We don't care about adding value. We just want to make money.
Capitalist scum.
So you have capitalism or socialism. So
I mean, people think it'll be a piece of cake, when we have, a national health care. I'm like, no, it's not.
Shink Diesel, it doesn't matter. No government is going to sit there and be pro-crypto. That's competition to the dollar. It doesn't matter what country it is either. No country is going to be like, oh yeah, use Bitcoin. No, because they know it's going to mean that they lose control over their monetary policies. They can't enforce something that they can't control. So, it doesn't matter. Biden's not going to be pro-crypto either. They are two old farts.
He wins. I don't see him being.
And
president
Peter
long.
Stone, take it easy. I know it's like 3-4 in the morning for
Yeah,
you.
right.
So,
Go to sleep, Viking.
Right.
Wake up and slay fishes tomorrow.
Right. That man got came down. His whole ship came down with the Rona.
Human malware, you know.
Oh yeah.
Ugh.
Said it was a bad cold, really bad. That was it.
Seriously, like.
But he's still here, guys.
Man shows up.
What?
There's no quitting him.
Right.
Quitting.
Vikings never quit.
Nothing
They don't even have a
sword and an
word
axe.
for quit. They don't even know how to say I quit, surrender, or anything that goes. They don't. It's just not in their native language. You can ask any Viking.
Ask him. When you quit a job, since you can't say the words "I quit" since it doesn't exist in your vernacular, how do you quit? Ask him.
I work somewhere else. Oh.
Bye. All right.
Yes, Max Voltage. We do live in a socialist. To agree, we have a socialist government. Yes.
More so in like the cities.
You get socialism is I won't sit there and flip and say complete communism, but socialism is
like a gateway drug.
Kind of, it is, because you're making programs so that you're making everything fair. So it's like if the bottom person can only afford $1, then everybody should only have to pay $1. Not that one person, he's only got $1, he goes without. So you're gonna have all, schools will be free because that's how it is in Venezuela. They're not communists. It's a social paradise, I guess. They've turned everybody into millionaires. Don't worry about it. It costs a
wheelbarrow to buy a toilet roll.
Right. Don't worry about that. Everybody's a millionaire. You can throw away money. That's how rich you are in Venezuela.
Yeah, they got garbage bags full of it in the street corners.
And everybody's starving to death. They have rolling blackouts, but free power. But you may not have power, but maybe once or twice a month.
And if you break your arm, you're going to have to wait, 3 months to have it set properly. So you're going to have to break it again.
Which means it's already healed incorrectly.
Yep.
Yay, medicines.
Because socialism works nowhere.
Yeah, no. It's already been tried numerous places on Earth.
And that's something that I do like about Bitcoin. It's like it's money. It's money for the capitalists.
It's free speech money.
Yes.
Yes. Is it not tethered to any kind of ideology or anything like that?
Or government or entity?
Nope.
It's like you have real sound money, gold, silver, Bitcoin. That's FU money to the government.
Got those platinum bricks, man.
Yeah, but I'd prefer Bitcoin to gold or silver. Can't really spend that at the grocery store.
That's why you get the small pieces of gold.
And that's something, and Max and I agree with that one. The one thing I don't agree with is Social Security checks.
Yeah, you think we should get rid of it?
Yeah.
Cool.
You should.
We should get rid of income tax too while we're at it.
Yes. That used to not be taxed. That was something that the beautiful Democrats decided that they needed years ago. They were like, we need to tax labor.
It's so funny how much.
Well, let's not forget, when they introduced the taxes, like during World War I or World War II or something like that, and it never went away.
No,
it was supposed to be temporary.
Yep.
But they made so much fucking money, they just got greedy and said, "Yeah, we're keeping this shit."
We can do a lot of stuff with this money.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all stuff you didn't want, though, so yay.
Shink's like, Elon will make socialism work. Remember these words, Shink Diesel 2020.
Get in line.
Yeah,
no
it's like in each one of these governments, and it's not isolated here in the United States is what's bad. But the one glimmer of hope, a shining beacon came out that nobody talked about. Nobody's really talked about it.
What is it?
Britain. They're talking about bringing back the Bretton Woods system.
No.
First
I actually leaned in to hear. I got fucking headphones on.
They're talking about repatriating precious metals to their dollar.
You know what that would do to the price of gold?
You know what that's gonna do? It's gonna create a whole nother Gaddafi situation.
Yeah. People are going to be robbing you for your diamond rings.
The thing is that unlike most of the countries out there, Britain controls their own gold. They're not like Venezuela, which holds their gold with Britain. And the United States ordered Britain not to give back Venezuela gold.
Well, that's kind of like how Canada has better silver than most people because it's 0.9999.
Oh, yeah. Best silver out there. Just like the United States has the best steel ever. Problem is all these auto manufacturers keep buying it from China. Now, I don't have an issue with China metal. I have no issues with it. The thing that's the problem is that they have to process it a little bit further because it has more minerals in Chinese steel. Jay probably knows this better than me.
Some random.
What kills me about the whole fracking thing, like, do people not realize how much of our everyday things that we use are made from oils and the shit we take out of the ground?
Oh my God!
Like
every plastic bottle ever.
Copper.
I mean, even though fracking is not profitable in any way, shape, or form, but it gives jobs to a lot of people. And
I mean, that's what I did for years.
It also makes a lot of goods. Now, Kuwaiti oil is a lot better for fuel source.
I mean, didn't fracking make us energy independent anyway?
No.
Right.
No, not really.
I mean, pretty close. I mean,
pretty close.
It had a good deal with it.
We are now because of the fact that they've locked everybody down. And not everybody's moving, driving around as much, so that we have a lot of oil reserves now. So now
75 is the lowest I've seen it where I live, that's awesome.
Oh yeah,
I remember back in the day when you could put $5 in your gas tank and drive around for almost all week. You know what I mean?
Oh my God,
Yeah,
I remember gas. The cheapest I've ever bought a gallon of gas was like right around. I was just talking to somebody a couple
86 cents.
I was gonna say
75 cents was the cheap.
The
75 cents a gallon was the cheapest I've ever paid.
See, where I live at, you have to watch where you get the gas though, because
oh yeah, they do. They've been doing doing fuel wars for years. They'd have. I used to work at a gas station way back in the day, and
not just that.
We would just sit there and be calling up all the other gas stations in the area. What's your gas prices at? And they know that it was another gas station that's phone shopping gas.
It's not just that though. If they make the gas station the fuel reservoirs at a certain spot, that's like low level, that water can pool up in. Yeah, you're gonna have like 4 feet of water in the bottom of your freaking fuel tanks.
Well, that's why they're supposed to be lined and all that stuff, and they get tested for that. We had a gas station here that actually had a broken reservoir.
You pull off in the hood somewhere, you don't know where this gas is from.
Oh, we had that right here in town. We had the Hindus that run
like Vallejo?
There was I forget. It's not the same Hindus that were running it back then. They had to sell the business right after this happened. But another Hindu family bought the business, the 7-Eleven that had a gas station in there. They got caught for actually sticking a garden hose down into the tank.
Oh man.
Straight up got caught because all of a sudden all these people were like pumping gas in there and it's wintertime. And their gas tanks are frozen. Solid bricks. And then they go to melt it and they're like, this is water. and everybody started tying it into one place, and bam, they got something like 300 cars.
Yeah, we got places like that where I live that it's like that all the time. So you have to be careful. Like, this place might be super cheap compared to this place. Well, don't go to that place because it's super cheap. Because their gas sucks and they cut it with something. It'll just end up ruining the vehicle.
I know in like some areas, like because in Illinois we have to have like emission style gasoline that's good with the emissions.
Right.
Especially in Chicago. Like if I head out to like Montana, it's not the same gas. Even though I'm going to the same company, like a sister company of the company in Chicago, it's different grades of gas. And
because they're privately owned by different, you know what I mean?
My car or my dirt bike, because whenever I'd go across the country on dirt bike, just have a tent and a backpack, go across the country. Yeah, there were certain areas, man. You go to a little Hobunk town, you're like, oh, this is like stepping back 50 years. Well, their gas is bad. It was like, all of a sudden, I'm like on the throttle and I'm like burning up spark plugs. I got spark knock. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with my bike?
Yeah. Some straight up doo-doo.
You get into the next town.
You need to pour in some carb cleaner or something.
You get into the next town. You fill up in the next town, and you're like, oh, sorry, that runs fine. Yeah.
Just increase the octane level. Pour like a little bottle of that shit in there.
Do you guys get a lot of drilling rigs in your area? Like, do you ever see any of them ever?
Where I'm at, no.
Is it big?
It's
big.
Not in Illinois.
It's pretty big here still. I mean, the boom is over, but we still have some left over. But I did directional drilling for 5 years, and you know that's where we set the rig up, and it's literally drilling 20 miles, you know, to the left. It isn't straight down. It goes down and it turns. But every single site after we were done, you never ever even knew that there was a drilling rig there. Because of the procedure we had to go to fix everything and make it, you know, all natural again, I guess you could say.
Yeah, it's so bad out in Oklahoma that like they are now permanently riddled with tremors.
Well, that's how they do that shit though. Like
that's such a good movie series.
You got a bunch of oil on your land, but you're not selling out to the oil companies. You're not going to lease with them. They'll just lease with somebody that's 10 miles over from you, and they'll still drill right through there and get all your shit, whether you lease with them or not. And that's how they did it here anyway.
Right, and if somebody were to bring him to court because of the fact that literally they've declared that you own the space above your house, you own it what's below, and technically they're not allowed to siphon it if it's below your private property.
Well, it did happen occasionally, and they just file bankruptcy and come back with a different name.
Yep, that's all I do.
Chesapeake does it all the time. I don't know if you know who.
Yes, I know who. Yeah, they're a fucking devil company.
They're American Energy now.
Yeah,
Chesapeake. Even though their stock, their ticker is still
Chesapeake. Yep. Yeah, I know a few people. They're like, that's the worst company ever. They don't care. They're blood-sucking leeches. I
had a company man that was pretty high up with Chesapeake, and he hooked me up with one of his buddies and wanted me to help him start a roustabout service. Roustabout, you go there and you do everything on the rig but what a derrick can does, pretty much, and driller. You do everything else. The kickbacks and the shit that they did is just crazy. Hire my company, and we'll say that Chesapeake paid me 10 grand, but really they only paid him 6 grand, and then the company man got the other 4. So I mean, it's a crazy business. There's definitely lots of money to be made there.
Yep. Well, all the stock shareholders lose money on the regular.
Yep.
They're stealing from everybody.
In IT though, IT is the same way. Like you don't work for companies anymore. You're a contractor.
Right, and anything you produce while being contracted is all IP.
Property of them. Thanks, man.
You wouldn't have had that thought if it wasn't for me. So that's my idea now. It's like,
you
what?
use your company email to send that? We own that now. Thanks a lot.
Oh, dude, there's people who've contracted in and they get screwed. Like they go to quit a company and the company comes in and sequesters their hard drive.
Yeah. When I quit an IT job, I nuke everything before I leave.
Just let me mess around on it for a second, and I'll fucking delete everything. I'll fry it. You'll never use it again.
I just tell people to do. I just tell people to do what I do, man. It's like you're gonna get rid of a hard drive, drills, and fire.
Right.
I have more fun when I do it. Shotgun.
There are
Yeah,
people. There are people out there that will basically take all the little glitter and recreate it.
Don't do it, man.
That's why I usually say drills, fire, because drills at least like eliminate section of coding.
Right.
Oh man, Chris, you got an announcement to
Uh-oh.
make?
It's time for an announcement? Is it time for an announcement?
It
It
might
is.
be, I think.
DCA Adventure is rated F for fucking awesome.
I think what's going on is Kanye West really won it, and they're just trying to figure out how they're going to break it to us. That's what I think.
Yeezy's gonna take it. Yeah.
Because he was on the ballot for independent, wasn't he? In some places.
No, he got
Yeah.
removed, but Brock Pierce, don't worry.
He got like
Brock Pierce-
0.006% of the votes or something.
Brock Pierce is on the ballot from EOS, and he will.
What happened to McAfee?
He's in jail, I thought. Yeah,
Yeah, he's in prison, bro.
yeah,
They got
He
him
got one
finally
vote,
for
yeah.
tax evasion, probably.
yeah. That's all they can get him on tax evasion.
Yep, pretty much.
But yeah, but Brock Pierce is on there, and if you don't know who he is, just remember the movie The Mighty Ducks. He played the Emilio Estevez as a little kid that missed the slap shot. And don't worry, Brock Pierce will make it this time. Mighty Ducks Part 3.
They had a part 3 already.
Did they?
Yeah,
Yep.
there's a trilogy.
Lame.
Oh God. I stopped paying attention. It was funny the
Estevez.
first time.
Anybody watch Cobra
Emilio
Kai?
Estevez.
Huh?
Anybody watch Cobra Kai?
Yes.
No.
Spin off the Karate Kid.
No.
Yep.
I said I wouldn't do it. I was
It's
like,
actually
no,
not
that's
that bad, dude.
that's like to me. It felt like the new Ghostbusters.
Oh, jeez.
It's
Girl
not that
busters.
bad.
You mean
though.
girl busters?
right. Ballbusters.
I can't believe they did that.
Okay, guys, if you liked that nice little scene splitter that we had, that rated F,
Tell him, Chris.
I
Tell
have
him.
the shirt and belt buckles now.
Oh,
And you can actually have a
jeez.
belt buckle that says DCA Adventures rated F.
Would you be able to take the DCA out and put our names in there?
I
Like-
can.
Like Jay is rated F.
right.
Oh, dang it.
Right. Got to call it the Redneck Collection. It's got to have your name on it. That could be the slogan too. The Redneck Collection's got to have your name on it.
Chicken and macaroni chilling with my homies.
That's Carolyn.
Chicken and macaroni. She live with my homie.
Oh.
Waiting to see when she stops spamming the chat. You can stop now.
Put her in timeout.
Oh man, but yeah, guys, I had a blast making that thing for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you
Good.
enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, maybe I'll get my act together and push out some more content. Who knows?
Yo.
And well, in the process of like, I should have like documented this one. Working on the wife's sled.
Yeah.
I should have documented whenever I was like.
Time lapses are awesome for automotive.
No,
work.
I've got to try that one. I mean, I got this really fancy camera that can do it.
Yeah,
I
man.
really should try.
Even a GoPro or like an Osmo Action will do it for you.
Well, I've got the got this nice Canon camera, so I can probably do it on
see
here.
if I have one on here.
But
Oh yeah, here you go.
so these things, they're transmit. I mean, they're you can kind of think of them like a car where it's engine, transmission, and differential. Okay, so my transmission is what they call a centrifugal clutch. So I've got, as they go faster, they start one will close to go from small to big, and the other one goes from big to small. That's your infinite gear range.
That's like a CVT.
Pretty much, yeah. So I go to move this thing up onto the trailer, and I'm thinking it shouldn't be too bad of an issue to get up there. And I get up all the way at the top, and the belt that goes between the two clutches, all of a sudden you can just smell like it's doing a burnout. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, what's wrong with it?
Rubber.
So I'm like looking at it, and like a few days later, I grab the secondary clutch, and I realize I can move it in and out.
Oops.
About, I don't know if my camera will show this, about a quarter of an inch.
Oh yeah? That bushing took a poo-poo?
No. It's not even, it's some washers that they didn't put enough washers. They didn't put enough washers onto a spacer that they didn't need for the bolt.
Oh, nice.
So somebody took it off, put this goofy spacer in there, which allowed the whole thing to just kind of walk around.
Wobble, yeah.
Oh my God. So basically when it went under pressure, the two clutches went off of alignment, and it just started doing a burnout on the side of the belt.
Wow,
You ever
that
ride those
sucks.
things across water?
Huh?
You ever ride your snowmobiles across
yeah.
water?
Mile and a half so
Is it
far.
hard?
No.
Really?
Yeah. You just got to go 80
As long
miles.
as you keep on it, it'll
80,
stay-
You have to go fast.
80
yeah.
miles an hour. Anything above 80 miles an hour, and your skis are like a regular set of water skis, so they'll glide across the water. Your track, you would think, oh my God, that's a lot there. It's the paddles will start acting like you're skipping a stone on water.
Yeah, at 80 miles an hour.
I've seen
And
dirt
you
bikes.
Act like a fairy paddle.
So
I've seen dirt bikes with the ski on the front for the front wheel. It's just a ski. I've seen them do it before. It was pretty sweet.
Yeah. I've done a mile and a half of open water, ripped all the way across a lake
That's
on a sled from 1976. It was actually on my first sled. It was 1976. Not 76, 79. Yamaha EX440.
440.
Oh yeah.
I've rode a
it was slow.
snowmobile twice, and it was an old John Deere.
Yes, that's
Old John
70s.
Deere.
That would be like mid 70s.
You said John Deere, and I'm thinking lawnmower. Somebody put skis in the front of it.
Oh,
No,
it was
no,
scary as shit,
they
I'll tell you that.
and
Man,
they
it's
were
heavy.
loud too.
Oh.
Glok, 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 glok. It's like, what the hell is that? Oh, it's the trusty John Deere. It's like,
Yeah.
good God,
I was
man.
on it for like
Like a
4
diesel.
minutes before it flung me off.
So my sled's a 600cc motor, with and everything's just been like hot rodded out on there. I got racing pipes, racing carburetors, no air box, cold air intake. And this year I'm rocking out my first brand new track on there. I've always like cheaped out and was like, oh, how old is that track? Oh, it's got a year's worth of use on it. I'll buy that.
That's good enough.
Yeah.
That's like a used shirt.
Right.
With it one more day.
So I mean, if you think about it, as long as the track's not damaged and it doesn't show dry rot, rubber's good for 5 years, 5-6 years. So
Ooh.
you can sit there and get, some good usage out of a used track. There's nothing really wrong with it other
Are they
than
always rubber? Or
Yeah.
can they be all metal?
they're the old ones. They had a lot of metal links in there. Like if you got an OG track.
That's what I was riding on. It almost looked like it was all metal. Like it would tear your ass up
Mhm.
If you
Yeah,
got
they
any-
were like rubber sections with like chain, like pivotable like links in
Right.
between. That's how my the other sled that I had, which I called the loner. That's how that
The
one.
loner?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
bring
man.
him the loner.
Do you have an announcement, Jay?
Jay,
I do.
what's going on? Are we having a giveaway?
Well,
We just
if
got
anybody
50 more
wants
viewers.
it,
No, just kidding.
nobody's answering, so I don't know. I don't know.
No, we had
Well-
one response.
Well, tell these people what time
It's like
it is.
maybe I can learn to trade if I win. Crypto mining lifer.
Well, then there you go. And then if you get
Sounds like you're the winner,
right,
buddy.
Get this question right, you could win it all.
Oh, he's making
Get
it
your
hard.
Google's ready.
Ooh, pop quiz time.
It's a 2-question giddy up.
Honey badger.
Close.
Dope,
Everybody
dope,
ready?
dope, dope, dope.
Lamborghini and pump.
Moonshot
Okay.
Lambos.
So, what percentage in Bitcoin's history has Bitcoin been profitable? Second part, how many days in the Bitcoin's history has it been unprofitable?
I'm gonna say 98% and I think 60 days.
You already have the script, though, I do believe, right?
I do have it. I haven't used it. I've been too busy building.
You cheated, man. Go to the chats. Stop cheating, Chris. Get out of here.
Potato, that's pretty close. Pretty close. Not quite what I'm looking for. Or you can just give me one answer to both of
Well,
them.
you see, you have to sit there and almost give a timeline on that because that's actually subjective.
So the question is, how many days was it above today's current price level?
No.
No.
I got this sweet article.
The
that
only
I've been
reason
reading.
why I say this because if somebody bought at 20 grand, they're in their whole experience with Bitcoin, they were never profitable.
Never, yeah.
So they
True, but it was only at 20 grand for so many days. So that
right.
would
Let's say that
count
you
in
got
how
that
many
one.
days it was unprofitable.
There was somebody that bought a whole Bitcoin at the 20 grand peak.
Of course, yeah.
So
a
that
lot of people
person,
probably did.
I know I'm playing a little devil's advocate with this one.
Come on, Andrew. What the hell?
Right? But it's like that person has never seen profits. He thinks this is all a scam.
Right? I see that side of it. I see that
And
side
so
of it.
that's 3 years now. You know, or damn, it's really close to 3 years. It'll be 3 years in December for that person, right?
Man, you really got screwed if you bought at 20K because this was only at 20K for
2
not
days.
long at all.
2 days. So, but
People
there was
mortgaging
somebody.
houses.
But there was somebody that did buy a full Bitcoin. There was actually multiple people, but there was people that bought at 20 grand. They've
Close
never.
max voltage.
So I mean, but if you're talking about somebody who got in back when Satoshi Nakamoto was there,
Right.
then
Max voltage is pretty close.
Yeah, it was like 98% close to that.
I'm only thinking out loud for sake of entertainment at this.
Yeah, well,
Yep,
the
you
person
got
you're
it, Max.
talking of, for the sake of entertainment, is part of like the 2% who are unprofitable.
Right.
Unprofitable.
Bitcoin has been profitable over 99% of its history. Only 33 days remain unprofitable.
Wow, 33
But if
days.
the
If you bought at
person-
20K, I'm sorry.
But if you're, let's say you mined the second block of Bitcoin, so you got 50 Bitcoin since the day one inception. It's all profitable. You were
Right.
never unprofitable because when you mined it, it was worth nothing.
Kind of curious how they come up with that figure.
Yeah,
how are they
like
thinking?
where are they? I mean, are they just factoring in increments of people who would have bought, or are they using? And that's some of the reason why I'm like, that's actually kind of subjective. Day one
I actually
launch
saw
people.
Crypto Zombie do this analogy on his show a few times, several months ago, talking about, and he would compare the entire lifeline versus the current price versus the all-time high. And at that level, you can see the amount of days that it was, if you had bought anywhere in there, it would have been unprofitable considering you haven't gotten past that, you know.
Right. We just became profitable for people who were hodling at 15,000.
Yeah, they made $500.
That's
Right.
why the days keep dwindling, because once we get back to 20,000, there is going to be no more unprofitable days.
Right.
It'll be zero.
Exactly. Then it won't matter. It won't matter how when you bought.
I can't believe we haven't already touched 20K yet. I mean, there's no resistance on the chart. From where
We
we're
just
at.
the last time it was
tiny
too
little-
much of a parabolic run up. If it can get
Right.
slowed down a little bit, we need to stop the velocity.
But you have been kind of stair stepping.
And that's
look on
what
like
it
a
needs.
daily
It
chart.
needs, and if you
Right.
look at like normal stocks that are, you know, just they're a little bit of a slower market because of how they've got things in place. They shoot up a little bit and then they retrace, you know, 20-30%. Shoot up a little bit, retrace 10-15% and trade sideways.
You know, I forgot who said
It's
it.
gotta run up and then cool off, and we need the cool off. If we keep going like this, we're going to have the same correction we had 3 years ago.
I agree.
I forgot who said it, but supposedly, like if you look at the elections, okay, in a Trump win, the traditional stock markets will grow because the traditional investors, like the ones that have been in it for a while, that trust the stocks, they will be more confident. If Biden wins, traditional stocks, they're dumping because the value of the dollar is just going to shit itself.
I think that's why
But
Bitcoin's
if
rising right
Biden
now.
wins, everybody's jumping into Bitcoin.
Yeah, I said
Well,
it
they're
yesterday
gonna-
on the dang video.
Yeah.
Yeah, see,
Almost that exact thing.
They're gonna dump into whatever they feel is a long-term asset that's not controlled by governments. That's why you're seeing these traditional places starting to get into it, but you have places like Square who just took profits.
And they have a lot of Bitcoin, enough to drive it right back down if they want to.
And they did sell some. They took their fair share of profits already. Which
But they still have plenty to continue.
I give them a round of applause on that one. Golf clap.
Yep, I like what Yashnik says. It won't matter long term what they do.
No, you need them to get that trading bug because now they're like, oh, we did good. I need another hit. give me one more fix like that. We can do
Just one
that.
more.
That was a 15% gain on this. Wow. But if Square does it right, you know, it's like they can, as Bitcoin rises, they can pull out their profits out of the market to where it's free money that they're playing with in Bitcoin.
Are we even seeing their Bitcoin? You know, because they're probably going over the counter with it anyway. So
Yeah, I think
Probably
most
isn't
of
really
the
doing anything
bigger
in the
companies
market.
are definitely doing over the counter because I believe Cash App currently has more Bitcoin than anybody else.
A lot of
As
them,
far
a lot
as
of them
those,
are doing.
those third parties.
A lot of them are doing OTC, but you have a few of them that are doing it on the open market, and to me, that's like they're sitting there. I've got the Bitcoin. and
Cash
they're,
grab, cash
they're,
grab.
they're like, yo, look at me, I'm the cool guy.
I got so many Bitcoin.
Here's the thing. What if they bought a whole bunch over the counter and then they did like 10% of what they originally bought on the open exchange to drive the price up so that they could do this a little bit, but
No,
also
it's going to drive the price down just a pinch. They're going to take profits, so they're going to be like, yes, we did good. And the world's going to be like, oh, wow, look at them.
yeah, because if I was a whale, I'd be buying OTC and then be selling on the market. Push everything
Dude,
down.
I know people who... Okay, so I've talked to a few people, and I'm sure you've seen it, Jay, where you all of a sudden you see Bitcoin move to an exchange, and a lot of it, and then the next day you see it come off. But in that 1 day period, you see the price of Bitcoin drop because it was $50 million worth of Bitcoin.
Yeah,
I know guys that do that. I mean, I know people who mined with Satoshi Nakamoto, and they've got enough Bitcoin that they themselves single-handedly can crash the market, and they have proved themselves. I was like, what?
When I'm trading, when I'm like actually sitting down and trading, you know, I'm at the computer for a couple hours. I got stuff running where it's showing me volume in, out. It'll give me alerts at whatever condition I have it on. You know, if it's over this certain X or whatever, my ship blows up. That way I can hear it if I'm away too.
Right. Right, and I'm sure you've seen massive movements just kind of in and out, and it's just enough to panic the market.
Yeah, yep. Because any of the real big guys, they're doing hidden orders, and you're not seeing it on the order book at all.
He thinks it's hilarious because he doesn't go on to exchanges normally, and he goes through a bunch of stuff to make sure that he himself is not, you know, doxing himself in the process of, you know, basically whipping his you-know-what out onto the table going, look, I'm the big guy.
Smashing it on the table, be like,
BAM!
It's yours now.
Right.
Yeah, when you see a big influx of
500,000
coming
Bitcoin
in, you know that it's probably about to dump and shit's about to hit the fan. When you know it's a bunch of it's going out, you know it's probably going to be stashed in a wallet.
Right, and a bunch of these guys, they believe in running a VPN and a Tor browser in day-to-day life.
Yeah, of course. It's the only way to be safe.
Yep.
Everything else is compromised.
It's like, and a lot of people, you know, it took me a little while to figure out what I was looking at, but like you go up onto Bitcoin networks and you're looking at it and you'll see a bunch of just private nodes, private wallets. You can't connect to them.
Huh, you can't look them up or nothing, huh?
You cannot connect to them. Their
Google.com hasn't been the internet in a long time.
You cannot even try to communicate with that wallet unless you have your wallet set up. Your wallet won't even communicate with them.
Huh.
But they're still syncing the blockchain. And
weird.
The way that you do it is you run your wallet on a VPN. It only connects to a VPN with a Tor browser. Did you know that the Bitcoin Core wallet natively supports this?
No, I did not. Or no, yeah, I think I did.
And you can sit there and flick a setting in the wallet that will only broadcast to other VPN encrypted wallets.
I did something of the sort. It might have been with that, and it fucked a bunch of shit up for me.
It will. You cannot send it to a store.
That's like Tor browsing for Bitcoin wallets.
Yeah, it makes the wallet anonymous and private.
That's pretty slick. So it's not going to be able to look at no transactions or nothing.
Nobody's going to be able to connect with it unless it's. I'm probably going to end up setting up my Pi to run one of these. I got to get a. I'm going to get a 1 terabyte hard drive, USB hard drive for it, external one that you plug in, and I'm going to run a Core QT wallet, and a Lightning node on it.
How much does that actually take though total?
What do you mean?
Like space wise?
The Pi?
You said you were talking about a terabyte drive.
Oh, it'll fit right underneath the Pi.
Well, I know, but I mean, don't they have micro USBs that'll
the Core wallet needs
500
needs 500 gigs on there, but I also want to try to see if I can set up a Lightning node on there.
How much more is that on top of the 500?
I'm not sure, but at that point it's like, 750 or 1,000 or 1 terabyte
because they're making those micro USDs, or I think you can get them for like 512 megabytes now,
Right.
and they're cheap. Well, maybe not the 512, but I just got a 256 for like $40. I mean, dude, man, if you talked to me 10 years ago, I'd be like, no way.
Oh yeah.
My memory is so cheap now. Like,
I thought it's like whenever I built my computer 13 years ago, majority of my price was in the hard drive.
The hard drive and the memory, yeah, they were so expensive back then.
God, yeah.
Like, oh, you want 16 gigs? Oh, that'll be $800.
But I don't know if the Pi can handle having the. It's got to be able to handle having the wallet just opened in the background.
Well, I know when the Switch came out, Nintendo Switch, originally it supported up to I think a 512.
Right.
I was like, they don't even make those yet.
But yeah, I've got the next Pi project baking in the background that I'm gonna end up doing one of these days.
Ooh.
Whenever I'm free and not like wrenching on everything, trying to scramble and get everything set and done for winter. I'll have some time to sit down and actually set up a Lightning node, and I'm gonna play with my first Tor browser.
Mm. Are you gonna be rough with it?
I'm gonna be very rough. I'm gonna get so deep under the hood of code.
Smack it around and call it Sally.
Right. I want to make my first private bit. I want to be able to send my first private Bitcoin somewhere.
Oh yeah.
I think I know how to do it
without using Bitcoin private.
Yeah. I think I figured out how to do it, and do it very anonymously. Like, I could probably send all of you guys something just to test it out, and like, you will not be able to track me.
you got my address, bro.
Right.
I'm more than happy to help you out with this test.
Right.
Yeah, me too.
Of
I
transferring
can't
Bitcoins.
guarantee I'm going to send it back.
Right.
Be able to know where it came from.
I mean, like, yeah, if it's just like you said, you get paid a couple times extra,
Right. Send you guys a little dust. Sprinkle on your wallet. Be like,
yeah.
Poof. Be like, now I can track your wallet forever.
I don't want your dusted dust. No, thank you. There.
You're like, shit, there's fingerprints everywhere.
Oh man, this crypto was in 17,843 wallets. Gross. Not like those fresh minted ones you get for mining,
Right.
Mm.
Oh no, I wouldn't want to dox my mining wallet now.
Yeah.
It's not even plugged into my computer, dude. Yeah. I actually took that off of my computer a while ago. I set it up and then poof, gone. No more wallet. I mine to it all the time though.
Yeah, man. Why would you need an actual like physical wallet to mine to it? You don't.
No, you just need a mining address.
It's just an address out in the space.
Yep. I carry no crypto on any device that I have.
I mean, hopefully it won't come to that, man. But they'll be like confiscating your phone, looking for apps and stuff.
Yep.
Like, man, you have 13 crypto wallets on your phone.
Hey, Data Lord. Yo.
Lord, what's up?
But yeah, I'm gonna be teaching myself a little, going down the rabbit hole of security.
Yeah. Oh man, it's a big one too. Be careful.
I know.
You'll fall pretty far.
I kind of tripped already.
Yeah.
I stumbled a little bit. I'm like, huh.
Vitalik.
That kind of looks interesting.
He says NSA built all this shit anyway. I kind of agree with that to some extent.
Well, they set the ground floor.
They gave us, Tor routing.
They gave us Tor routing. They gave us SHA-1, 2, and 3. So, I mean, they laid out a good foundation. Hey, even smart people get hired by the bad guys.
True, man. I mean, what, like 15 years ago, the best way to get hired by the government is get busted by the government.
Right.
Doing something you shouldn't be doing.
Yep. That's how somebody
Hello,
I knew.
Frank Abagnale.
They're like, how the hell did you accomplish this task? Oh, well, you know, I just went in there and did some things, and you
Yep.
guys have pretty bad security.
Yep.
Oh, well, come teach us how to be better. Okay.
Oh yeah. I knew one of the guys that got popped for hacking into the FBI. He was the first person to almost break their coding.
Almost.
Almost.
Was it
Well,
250
publicly,
gig
he
encryption?
almost did.
Yeah. Publicly.
That's like
Publicly, he now works for him. They had to hire the best talent out there. They also had the best talent trying to keep everybody out of it. To actually almost hack the FBI while the FBI is trying to reverse hack you. You're doing good.
It's one of the best ways to get hired, is to show them what you can do.
Right.
Yeah,
That's a resume.
I know, right?
Be like,
You know,
yeah, I'm a mechanic. Let me go rebuild that motor.
I bet you can't do that. Yeah. In your face.
Right? I'll do it
Rebuild
with,
this motor.
I'll do
I
it
don't
with
know
Indian
how,
head
sir.
gasket maker too.
Indian head? Oh no. Like the old stuff.
Oh yeah, break it out to the old school. Hey man, it'd be good enough to get down a drag strip at least one time.
I mean, you gotta rebuild after every drag trip anyway, usually.
Right.
That second one is always a gamble.
Oh yeah, especially if you're doing hot laps.
Yeah, you're doing that high pressure, you know, dumping NOS and fuel at the same time. No good.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like detonations.
Oh
Hence
yeah.
combustible engines.
Although I do like watching alcohol motors go. Oh
yeah,
god.
some blue flames.
It makes your eyes water when you're around them. But there's
Yeah.
something about the air
Because
intake.
there's like raw fuel hanging out in the fucking
Oh my
area
God.
you're hanging out in.
Oh yeah, it's not. Well, at that RP, at an idle, they're
Don't
not,
smoke a cigarette.
Oh no. At that RPM, they're not burning all the fuel. It's actually misfiring
no.
while it's in idle. Yeah, exactly. And like you're watching the intake around the injectors turn into ice.
Well,
And you're
I'm
like,
wondering
and
if
then they
they
tell
were
you
to
that they don't.
advance or retard the timing. Wouldn't that fix it?
No.
No, because when you're
cam
full
is-
throttle, you have to have it set a certain way.
Well, not just that. Well, if they were to set it the spark to fire in the right position for idle, it wouldn't make any
yeah.
difference because of the way that the valves are. The valves are opening so big, and they've got so much time in between where both valves are open. They don't. It's like a needle. There's not enough suction to draw anything in. They have to go faster to produce more vacuum.
Yeah, like you're sucking it out of the needle instead.
Right.
I mean, that's
It's like
that's
putting
essentially that's all a car is a giant vacuum.
And if you get like the turbo guys, you know, they're turbo or superchargers, they're just cramming more air into them.
More air, more fuel. That's what you do.
I tell people it's just an air pump at the end of the day.
I got this supercharged air pump. Tell you what.
right.
Build a budget racer. Get your fish's air pump and plug it in.
Oh, you'd actually be better off to just do methanol injection. You get some of the benefits of nitrous without any of the heat.
You could do
with the methanol, yeah.
HHO.
Ha ha ha.
HHO, huh?
HHO, it's where you actually break down water via electrolysis so that you're feeding your engine more oxygen and hydrogen.
That's not efficient enough. That's been a gimmick that's been around for like 40 years.
Hold on.
HHO.
Back then, they didn't know how to actually make the fucking units. I
I'll-
actually have a connect to
If they can put it on a dragster and
Talking about
actually
some cold fusion shit, aren't you?
almost no.
if they can get it to where it works on a dragster, then I'll believe it. But I haven't seen anybody actually do dyno pools on a dragster. dragster guys are going to sit there and
I
they
will send
spend...
you the link to a source that has really great HHO kits. Put it on a fucking dragster and see what happens.
I don't want to be the one that does it.
Uh-huh.
No, because like on a precision equipment, anytime that you're pumping in any kind of like humid air like destroys dragster motors.
Yes.
No, they have filters now that will actually get the moisture out.
Yeah, you can't put water under pressure in a motor; it blows it up.
You're not putting water in the engine.
No, I'm just saying the humidity from running a moisture. Because like I know the theory behind it, and they've been trying to do it since the birth of motors almost.
Dude, we put one on my dad's car, and he increased his MPGs to like 45 miles to the gallon.
You want that, man? Just buy a freaking old Prius.
If we did it to a classic, it allows you to increase the fuel efficiency and the horsepower, because you don't have to use a computer to adjust how much fuel's going in.
Yeah, you just do it chemically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's much like that methane you're talking about.
Smoking that methane.
Well, methane gives you the cooling effect. Methanol injection gives you the cooling effect, and then it's also burnable.
Burn it.
That's all it is. You get like it's the cheap way of adding power to your car, but you're not doing an electrical process behind it trying to split an oxygen molecule, from trying to
hydrogen.
Yeah, hydrogen out of it.
Well, these days, computer controlled stuff.
You're basically adding weight. Because it's like in a dragster environment, people don't think about it.
The unit hardly weighs a damn thing.
But they're trying to get a quarter of a gram of weight off here, a quarter of a gram of weight off there. It makes a huge difference when you're trying to lay out
milliseconds,
a 6.5 second quarter mile. I mean, until you realize what a 6.5 second quarter mile feels like.
250 miles an hour.
Oh, dude, man, yeah, they're almost hit 300 miles an hour. It's like a rubber band racer. They wind back the rubber band and they're like, bink, and you're like,
damn, where'd that guy go? It's like, I'm surprised he could hold on to the steering wheel long enough to keep the quarter mile.
I've gotten it whenever I got in my uncle's car for the first time. When I let off the trans brake and the front end came off the ground, I was holding on by my fingertips on the steering wheel going, oh my God. He told me there was G-force and he said, hold on.
It's like a cartoon character. And then go.
Oh God, yeah.
If your hands weren't on the steering wheel, they would be like in your lap, like.
You'd be like, bam! You're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And his car had slap shift at the time. Oh God, I loved it. But you had to take your hand off. As you're doing your first 40 feet in the air, you've got a first to second gear shift.
Yes, you do.
You're like, oh God, I gotta let go of the steering wheel. Wish me luck, guys. Hope I don't miss shift. Oh God, I gotta move my left foot too. This feels like a 100-pound pedal. Holy cow! It was only 20 pounds, but with all that G-force, you're like, oh God.
Yeah,
and you go, you're like, you just let go of the steering wheel, like, pat, real quick. You're like, pat. You're like, please let me hold on.
Let it back.
You're holding on with your thumbs and just tapping it.
Slap shifters are something else, man.
Oh yeah, I had four shifters sitting next to me. It was like you had to come one, and each one gets further away. You're like, oh God, this is bad.
Oh, for each gear, cool.
Oh yeah, it was a true slap shift.
Good. I
time.
feel sorry for the drag racer that goes from third gear to fifth. Skipping fourth on accident.
Vitalik's like methanol injection reduces detonation in his high compression stroker. You want to know why? I can tell you why. The methanol is cooling the air, so you're actually putting more air in there. So what's telling me is that your engine, you're either dumping too much fuel into it, and that's some of the problem, or you need to put assistance in there. It needs a charger. You put the wrong cam in it, and it's not producing enough vacuum in the motor.
A lean condition or something.
Yeah. Anytime.
Like, I got all this air and no fuel. What the fuck?
Or no, too much fuel and no air. He's getting detonation.
Oh yeah, too rich.
Yeah, way too rich. It's like, I knew why. That's why I installed it. Yes. My kind of guy.
I mean, when you're running too rich, man, you'll smell it. Like 2 minutes running in your garage, you'd be like, "What the hell?"
Be like, "Yes."
Did I pop a fuel line?
I smell like man.
No, it's just coming out of your tailpipe.
Right. Oh yeah, my buddy's Camaro. He had a '68 Camaro, and I go into his garage and I'm like, "Oh God, my eyes are watering. Is this not running in alcohol?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "Oh God, give me a screwdriver. I gotta fix your car."
Yeah. Just a little twist, bro. That's all you need.
Right. And like
just
we twisted up and he's like, I'm like, "Can I test drive it?" He's like, "Yeah, sure, man. You just made this thing
runs
idle."
a lot better. Yeah, right.
I did a big old burnout in front of his house, dude. And he's like, how did you do that? I've got this racing transmission in there and I've never been able to do that. I'm like,
timing is off.
I'm like, nah. He had a Glido, so it's just got 2 gears in there, high and low. I'm like, you gotta step on the brake. You need a trans brake to do a good burnout. And he's like, step on the brakes? I thought you just punch it. And I'm like, not with this transmission. If you had a Muncie 4-speed or a regular 3-speed transmission, yeah, you have a first gear, granny gear, it'll just let loose.
Yeah, but
this
you still have to
this
like
is a
tap
manual.
down the brakes so you stop at least.
Oh no, no, my Nova 50 miles an hour, I can just do a burnout, dude. Oh my God.
That's when you hit the wall at like 50 though.
Yeah. So, but with his gearing, it's like sitting there and starting off in like a high second gear. You know, so I'm like, hold the brake down and just floor it. And he's like, he's sitting there ripping up and down the street going, "Oh my God, this is so much fun."
Teach a man to drive
like a kid
crazy.
at Christmas.
Right? Teach a man the glory of burnout. And you make him smile for many years.
Putting it in neutral, revving it, and dropping it into drive is not a burnout.
That's how you scatter a transmission.
Yeah. That's how it breaks and nowhere.
Dadalord's like, Dadalord, you're remembering my my Chevelle. I had the Dadalord in my '74 Chevelle, and
was it in the back seat?
He was in the passenger seat. My wife was in the back seat. And we were doing like 130, 140 miles an hour down the highway in Atlanta, Georgia.
Floating on those airbags. Like,
oh my God, it was awesome.
Yeah, there's nothing more stable than a old car like that going 130 miles an hour. Like, I actually feel kind of safe still.
Yeah.
Because you're riding in a fucking tank.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. You're going to go through whatever you hit at that speed.
But yeah, if you ever, it's like you either have to like take away a little fuel if it's like really getting boggy, but it sounds like the cam you put in there with the high compression heads and stuff, it sounds like you might have too much fuel in there if you got high compression heads. If you got if you got normal heads on there, non-high compression, and you just got a big cam on there with like dome pistons, you can probably go with like 10 pounds of boost and be really good. You make so much power.
It's like those
so much power.
Those old Lexus 4.0 liter V8s. They're like they're iron blocks, so you can like boost the hell out of them.
Yeah.
With stock internals.
Yeah. The only thing is like if you're running temperatures really high, you're gonna want to make sure you got forged internals, but I swear by forged.
Forged.
If you want to build a
Well, I'm
hot
talking
rod.
if you want to put like a 6 to 10 pound boost on there.
Right, that's why I'm like,
internals,
yeah, that's why I always like don't go beyond 10 on stock internals. Cause
put a big old like T3, T4, like 25 pounds of boost. You're gonna blow that thing.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh god, or even an 871 blower, a vane style blower on there, and you're bad news. Yeah. That's one thing I do like about my 04 Monte Carlo is that I've got a 672 blower on there.
But you rebuilt all the internals, right?
No, actually I haven't.
No?
GM does a good job on their internals. People just make the mistake of whenever they do an oil change on them, you just crack the nose off of them and take a look at the Teflon gears that are on the vanes. If they
Just
look,
make sure those haven't failed, right?
right, that's the only thing that ever goes bad on them is the gearing. That's it.
Yeah, that's the worst part about it.
Have a good one,
turbo
Max.
systems
And
anyway.
with GM, it's just the worst part of the whole job is taking the supercharger pulley off. But at that time, whenever I go to take the supercharger pulley off, I'm going to, it's got a 3.75 diameter on the pulley. I'm gonna go to like a 3-inch. So I'm gonna drop down, which is
kind of compression. You get higher compression that way.
Yeah, you get higher boost pressures. So I should be boosting around about 16 pounds.
Ooh, that's a lot.
It's all forged internals factory.
Nice.
The only thing I got to do is just replace the lower intake gasket because it's a GM 3.8.
I mean, that's the cool thing about blowers, though, is like there's not too much extra you got to do.
No.
You just have to make sure you stay oiled and you stay fueled.
Mm-hmm.
But you start working with turbos and stuff, and you have oil lines and cooler
Yeah,
lines.
I want to get the. I've talked to ZZP Performance. I'm gonna sit there and get the dollar cost average into it at some point, along with my dragster at some point, and sit there and actually hot rod it out a little bit. I mean, it needs
Use some mining rewards,
That's mining facility money.
I
I have no crypto, but the family LLC probably does, maybe.
Oh, well. You know what they say about LLCs, you make them look good and profitable, like banks will give you money.
Right?
Maybe a couple years of in the green will do good for you,
Right? I'm just saying. And then you get property, and then you
Don't hate
pull
the
out,
player,
and
hate the game, yeah.
then you get property, and then you pull out insurance on the property. And some places, if you've shown profits, will give you loans against that insurance policy.
Oh, yeah.
But this is not financial advice. It does
Ever.
not apply
Never.
in all areas.
If you're watching this channel for financial advice, I don't know.
I know
Scary.
nothing. I'm a mechanic. I don't know anything.
We're boob tubers.
Boob tubes.
All right, I'm a boob tuber. I work on cars.
There is some financial advice in our Discords, though.
Some people are licensed for that.
I mean,
Nobody
buyer
hears.
beware.
Nobody hears legal financial advice.
No, never.
It doesn't exist here.
Nope. It's all hearsay and
Right.
conspiracy theories over here.
Banks might hate crypto, Data Lord, but they're gonna fucking embrace it.
Oh, they will. They will give
They're
it a
gonna-
big
Morgan
old hug.
Chase will lead the way.
Right?
Yeah. The ones that said to don't buy it and stay away from it are now adopting it and telling people to get into it.
Creating
Well,
their own coin.
Funny how
I
those-
was telling people, I'm like, why would, and it's like you have all these XRP people always arguing with me over it, and I'm like, they're like, oh yeah, the banks will use XRP. I'm like, why would they do that when all they have to do is find a coder to actually code them their own private blockchain? I present to you JP Morgan coin.
Yeah.
Why would they
All you gotta do
use
is make an
XRP?
ERC20 code.
Why
token,
would they deal with XRP on a project that they themselves do not control. Same thing with our government. Why would they use Bitcoin when they cannot control it? They're going to make their own Fed coin.
That's right.
Yep.
You're gonna start
China's
getting your,
done it with
tax
the
returns
digital
on
yuan.
credit cards.
Digital yuan is a real thing. It is being launched in China. They are going to get rid of WeChat as their third-party payment provider. Because why? They don't control 100% WeChat.
I bet you they're upset about that in China, man. At least WeChat is.
Oh yeah, WeChat's pissed because they've got everything set up for them. And the government is now sidestepping them. The best thing that WeChat's going to do is integrate their wallet onto their platform so that the world can use it. So everybody on there can use it.
I had to talk to one of my coworkers today. He's like, "Yeah, I started getting into the Bitcoin thing a little bit. You know, I got the Cash
Bitcoin
App,
thing.
but I started thinking about this, this Ripple thing." And I'm like,
Ripple
"Don't."
nipples.
He's like, "What do you think about Ripple?" I'm like, "Don't do it."
Here, go read this.
I explained the situation. He's like, "Oh, well, yeah, that makes sense."
Send him to the Bitcoin white paper and be like, "Now, do you think XRP is the way it should be?" I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Datalord's like, yeah, you just put a spin on it as if it was normal business. It's going to be a big ecosystem. It will. But it's going to be just a digital cash that the government sees everything on. Yes, if they make it to where cash, physical paper notes are gone and everybody has to use it, it's a win for the whole ecosystem because it now makes it normal for people to deal with multiple wallets for a day-to-day lifestyle.
Yep. You'll pretty much have to take anybody's wallet.
And I do agree with that. You know, it's like pick your crypto. Middleware will act like a live exchange. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Crypto
Yeah,
use
shows
like
ones and
buy
zeros.
dollar, buy Doge, Doge to $1.
Doge is gonna pump now.
Doge Lord's gonna pump too.
Oh yeah. Pump up the jam.
Datalord's like, we just leading the way. We're a bunch of nerds. We're a bunch of nerds up in here. Nerds.
There we go.
Nerds.
All right. But we have been on for over 2 hours. It is now time to give our final farewells and ask you to smash the like button, peeps.
Oh yeah.
If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. Join the Patreon if you want to support us, or join the Discord. That's free. All right. We got all sorts of awesome channels in there. We have the free mining channels, the free trading channels, and we got the Patreon ones that are locked up. All right. I'm getting a bunch of the FAs in the chat, so we're going to break up the announcement with DCA Adventure is rated F for fucking awesome. For what's coming with DogeLord.com and the DogeLord YouTube channel. I'll be unlocking that video in the near future.
Don't forget about giveaway December.
Oh, that's right. We're gonna have like 5 weeks of Christmas.
So many.
The
Be
goal is
awesome
to have a giveaway every week.
Yes,
Woo!
golden.
It's gonna
Tell
be
your
awesome,
friends.
Right? Look what's back. Tell a friend.
She's back.
It's back again.
Guess who's back?
giveaway, bow.
You know?
And guys, if you haven't had enough of your fill here, check out Mining After Dark tomorrow, guys, with me and Mikkel, where we talk about all that sensual electronic and mining stuff. So, yeah, exactly. You want to know, stay current, up to date in the mining realm. Awesome stuff there. And if you guys are wondering if any of you guys have been following that, I have been trying to get LN2 pots with dewar tanks and stuff like that. So if anybody out there actually wants to get on board with it, I have been talking with Kingpin directly. So if you would like to get part of Hash Drags, I can, kind of help everybody a little bit, pass on some of my knowledge on to you guys, so that you can safely do Hash Drags without burning up cards. Because the last thing I'd want to do is you guys hurting cards.
That's right.
So,
liquid nitrogen balance good.
Right. Liquid nitrogen, if you can't do the liquid nitrogen side because, it's 300, it's almost 400 for the LN2 pot with all the bracketry. You're looking at another 250 for the little dewar tank. And then you still have to get the liquid nitrogen, which liquid nitrogen isn't too expensive, but still. It's just a lot of compounding expense. You can use it with...
You can't get it at the grocery store.
No, you got to go to where they sell the welding gases. They're the ones that usually have it. And then, otherwise you can sit there and use dry ice, which that is a little easier for most people to obtain. You just need a cooler to house it, and you can buy it in little chunks, so you're not like huge expenses. But the processes are the same. It's just your achievable max hash rate might get affected.
Yes, not as
but
much.
I'm gonna sit there and make different classifications. If I can get this started, it will be one of a kind, guys. So I would love to have all of you be a part of that, participate, or even sitting on the sidelines. It's good fun. And Data Lord's like, you can buy dry ice at the grocery store.
I keep my fish in there.
Yep. And on that note, guys, thank you all for being here. You guys rock. You're the reason we are here every Friday, Saturday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
We're trying for more shows for you guys.
Right. We're going to try to get something for every day of the week.
Random little thing. It's about to go to bed, I guess. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. Share, copy link, and save it forever. Bye.
You just got told. Now you know what time it is.
Right.
And now, guys, we'll see you on the next one.
Yo.
Peace out.
Yo.